Archangel Michael speaks, a soul that once fractured yours now drowns in the sorrow of their own undoing. Their guilt has grown louder than their pride, and the moment they hoped would never arrive is now forming on the horizon like a storm they cannot outrun. They wore masks while your spirit shattered, watched your suffering in silence, and chose to bury truth beneath layers of lies, but the divine has refused to let the silence win. The burden they once shifted to you has begun to twist in their chest like thorns born of regret, and now the truth they've hidden is pressing against the walls of their conscience, desperate for release. What once seemed buried is surfacing, not through vengeance but through revelation. They had countless chances to come clean, but delay has only strengthened the divine's will for clarity. Your silence was never weakness, it was sacred armor protecting you while heaven documented every betrayal. Soon, words once buried will find breath, through trembling mouths and shaking voices, in conversations that will start oddly but end in divine confirmation. They once believed your silence meant defeat, but your rise has undone their illusion. You turned your wounds into wisdom, your isolation into elevation, and now the one who pretended not to know is haunted by the weight of knowing too much. They have cried into mirrors and cursed time, practicing apologies they were too afraid to send, but now even time itself will no longer wait. The divine moment of truth is forming, and it will arrive like lightning through calm, cracking illusions and shifting energy with the force of spiritual justice. Don't dismiss the strange behaviors you've noticed, the awkward kindness, the sudden distance, the eyes that refuse to meet yours, because these are signals from the divine, threads meant to guide you toward full understanding. You will not have to chase truth, it is chasing you. This moment is not about reliving the past but about closing it without leaving pieces of your peace behind. You won't need revenge, your presence will do what punishment cannot. They will stammer, pause, and fail to hide their trembling when confession takes over because divine alignment has made deception unbearable. You are being restored, not because they said sorry but because heaven decided you've waited long enough. There will be messages, murmurs, even slips of the tongue that break the silence holding you hostage. The face that once haunted your pain will now bring your freedom. This moment was written before you ever felt the betrayal. Someone close may already know, and their hesitation speaks volumes. Watch their body language, the way they flinch when a name is mentioned, the way they test your reaction like walking on spiritual glass. You're being positioned for answers, not to shame anyone, but to set your soul free. The apology may come through an indirect mouth, a misdirected message, or an unexpected place, but it will hit your spirit like thunder. The person who once held power over your pain is about to fall before your peace, and when it happens, you will feel the energy shift, your breath will change, your step will lighten, and the ache you've carried will lift without explanation. Their sorrow may not fix what was broken, but it will open the door that sets you free. You don't need to say a word, your peace will be louder than their remorse. They tried to distract themselves from the damage they did, to mask it with new faces and forced joy, but spiritual law doesn't forget what ego tried to erase. Now they're being spiritually cornered, and your name is the trigger for every sleepless night they've tried to ignore. Your glow, your growth, your grace is forcing them to confront what they buried, and soon the pressure to speak will override the fear of facing you. Their delay is no longer allowed, heaven has decided the truth must rise. Pay attention to those around you who act strange, unusually helpful, or hesitant when you're near, because truth travels before it speaks, and their energy already knows what your mind is about to hear. Someone will confess to someone else first, and that chain reaction will lead back to you. It may feel surreal, but it will confirm what your soul already sensed. You were never asking for too much, you were just asking for truth. The divine has been aligning this moment since the first tear you cried. You are not the villain in this narrative, you were the healer, the heart, the hope that was hurt but never broken. Their guilt is a shadow now clinging to them with every step. You don't need to confront them, you only need to stand still. Your stillness is thunder, your peace is proof, and your energy is divine order in motion. Even those who once doubted you are being awakened by the clarity unfolding. They may try to downplay what they did, soften it to protect themselves, but the divine won't allow it. The full truth is coming, raw and undeniable, and it will land like judgment wrapped in mercy. This isn't about going back, it's about stepping forward without anything left hidden. Their apology won't give you peace, but it will unlock the part of you that still wondered if you were crazy. You weren't. You were divine all along, and now divine timing is catching up to your strength. They spoke lies. You lived truth. And now the truth is roaring toward you, not to break you, but to crown you. The betrayal that once silenced you will now be the reason your voice becomes unshakable. And when they finally look you in the eye, if they can, you will feel no rage, only release. This is your rise. This is your revelation. This is the closure they never wanted to give, but must, because heaven decreed it. The universe is not silent. The skies have seen every tear, and the ancestors have carried your name into realms where justice is not delayed but designed. The trumpet of truth has sounded through timelines, and even the winds carry whispers of what is owed to your spirit. You are not imagining the shifts, you are living the prophecy. Your glow disturbs the comfort of those who built illusions on your silence. They can't sleep because your essence is loud in their conscience. They try to silence memories of you with distractions, but divine order cannot be muted. You were their test, and they failed it, but that failure is now their awakening. You will not have to scream for justice is already echoing in realms far beyond their control. This is not just personal. It's ancestral. You're breaking chains with your stillness. You are the turning point in a lineage once shadowed by deception. Your healing is generational. And now the very soul that tried to break you will witness your rise as their mirror, reflecting every choice they once made in darkness. Don't doubt the signs. Don't dismiss the synchronicities. The calls you've been receiving. The dreams that repeat. The names that echo in unexpected places. All of it is part of the divine alignment. Your soul knew long before your eyes saw. This next chapter is not just about being heard, it's about being honored. And not just by others, but by yourself. Stand tall. Your stillness is sacred thunder. Type Amen to claim the full circle of your healing. And as the energy of truth continues to rise, so does your spiritual crown. No longer hidden, no longer dimmed, no longer questioning your worth in the mirror of someone else's damage. You are not just stepping into clarity, you are walking in prophecy. The very forces that once conspired to silence you are now instruments in your elevation. Their whispers have turned to weight, and what they tried to hide is now unfolding as sacred testimony. Every moment you chose to heal instead of hate, to rise instead of retaliate, became a seed in divine soil, and now that garden of grace is blooming in the open. You are a living revelation, and the universe is orchestrating every sound, every movement, every encounter to affirm what your soul already knows: you were never forgotten, never overlooked, never forsaken. The delay was never denial, it was preparation. Every tear you cried watered the roots of your resilience. Every betrayal cleared space for deeper protection. Every silent night summoned angels to stand by your side. You don't see them, but they've been with you, guarding, guiding, and gathering every piece of you that others tried to scatter. Now those pieces are forming a new you, one with unshakable peace, sovereign vision, and a glow that makes deception tremble. You won't need to justify your healing. You won't need to explain your distance. Your transformation is your testimony. Let them watch. Let them wonder. Let them feel the silence where their access used to be. That silence is now sacred. You're no longer available for trauma disguised as connection. You're no longer open to apologies wrapped in manipulation. What's coming to you now isn't just compensation, it's confirmation. Confirmation that your instincts were divine. Confirmation that your boundaries are holy. Confirmation that the pain had purpose. And with that confirmation comes movement, doors unlocking without effort, people showing up who speak your soul's language, abundance finding you because your frequency is no longer bound by fear. You are not healing just for you, you are healing for generations that never had the chance to speak their truth. You are becoming the voice of the voiceless, the closure of the unfinished story, the peace that your bloodline prayed for in silence. And because of that, the very earth beneath your feet is shifting. You may feel a restlessness, a sense that something big is about to be revealed, and you're right. The wind is speaking your name. The moon is echoing your truth. The ancestors are leaning in. What you feel is sacred momentum, and it's unstoppable. You may notice people from your past resurfacing, not to reconnect, but to witness. Witness what grace looks like when it's wrapped in fire. Witness what it means to be chosen. Some will try to rewrite history, some will downplay what they did, and some will ask for access without accountability. But you've evolved beyond obligation. You don't owe anyone your peace just because they finally see your light. The door they once slammed shut behind you is now locked from your side. And that's divine protection. What's ahead for you doesn't require proof of pain. It requires power. Sacred power. Ancestral power. Soul deep, unshakable power. And you have it. That voice within you, that gentle knowing, that sharp instinct, that quiet roar, that's not just intuition. That's divinity speaking in your own voice. Trust it. Follow it. It's guiding you into territory that your pain couldn't even imagine: real love, real peace, real joy, and real truth. You are not fragile, you are refined. You are not broken, you are becoming. You are not angry, you are aligned. And as you walk forward, every step you take is reclaiming something that was stolen: your time, your voice, your light. The echoes of your past may try to reach you, but they will not shake you. You've seen too much. You've healed too deeply. You've come too far. Now your silence is no longer survival, it's strategy. Your calm is no longer confusion, it's clarity. Your peace is not passive, it's power. The truth is no longer trapped, it's marching toward you like thunder wrapped in grace. And when it comes, you will not shrink. You will not doubt. You will not question your right to feel relief. Because this is your restoration. This is your redemption. This is your return to yourself. Type 1. Receive it to anchor this promise into your spirit.